Dear learners, I am Ritesh Kumar Ravi, Assistant Professor. Today, our agenda is to program on division of two numbers. So, as usual, we are writing the name of the program like division.c. We have written it likewise, and from here, as our usual practice, that what is the lab number? So, this is lab number 5, and inside that, we are dividing uh, dividing dividing the dividing the two numbers. So inside that we are going to include the header files first. So quickly we are including has include studio.h. It is a case sensitive. C program is a case sensitive, so always ensure that everything must be written in small. And until and unless you don't know that whether the capital letter can be used, you don't need to use the capital letters. So after that, there will be some main function. Write it as a main function will be there. Main function. And inside that, we can write has include. We can write int main. Make it as a more comfortable with the int main, because if we are going to learn the command line arguments, and it will be very important to learn it at that time, so it is a normal practices. For clearing screen, we are needing clr scr function, which is written inside the conio.header file, and at the same time a get ch function for holding the screen, and after that we need to return a value for the main function after completing the program. So return 0 has been sent accordingly. So we need to check whether our code is working well or not. So printf, this is for the lab number 5, lab number 5, dividing the two numbers, slash n, and then we are just running it by for checking whether it is working fine or not. It's working fine, so now we don't need to run it, because you have come to know this is the method to write the code, and we have seen earlier also. From here our main code it will be written, and that will be deciding if there is any error in that particular part. We will be writing accordingly. So we need to take the input output. So printf, enter the first number. Printf, enter the first number. Enter the first number. And then after slashing, and for that first number, we are needing a declarations for the same. So we are going to take scanf from the user input, but there is a declaration required. So till now I have taken %d, comma, and since declaration is not done, so we will be quickly declare the variable like int num1, comma, num2, num2, and comma, division. Here there may be so many questions, and we will be solving within this program. So right now I am taking the integral values for better understandability. So address of num1 will be taken, and then after we will take printf. So we can copy it also now. So I had told you just make it copy, edit, copy, and then put the cursor where you want to paste it. So I want to paste it just behind it or below it. So I am putting it as a edit, and paste the value. So you can see the same value has come over here. Only we need to make it a proper. So we have make it proper like this. So printf, but here it will be a second number that you need to do when you are doing the copy. you have to change the value according to your requirement, otherwise logical error may come, right? So num2, now it is perfectly all right. So the two numbers with the two declarations have come and it is well and fine. So there is a logic time. So I'm just writing the logic, how to divide the number. You have come to know it's very simple, sir. There is no issue of that. So I'm just logically dividing the two numbers. So declarations as a division, which is going to store the num1 divide by num2, num2. It's very simple. And then after we are going to put the output of it for displaying. So printf division of two numbers, printf division of two numbers, two numbers can be taken as any integral values or floating values. Right now I am putting as integer. You may understand that why I'm saying this, because I'm knowing that it is not always a complete divisibility of a number. But yes, again, right now we will be happy and I'm going to show what all the things can be done. This time I want to expect some error, and it must come while running. So the error is there. So we can see what error is. So undefined printf. So this is right, but why it is showing the error? Here we see that C programming is actually a case sensitive. So P is a capital over here. That's why I told that error may come. So you don't have to be panic that error is coming. Let the error comes and resolve it. Your attitude towards the error must be like this. So I am just running it now. So error is zero again. After executions, nothing is any problem. As usual, we are taking the value. This time I am taking a complete value like 50 as a first number and 10 as a second number, and getting the output completely as a 5. Very good, sir. That's fine. But you were hesitating writing this d value. Why? Because you can see I'm again running it and taking the value as a 50 and dividing with the 40. So, sir, if there is a one value, this is wrong. Yes, you are correct, it is wrong. Why? Because you have taken the integral values. Again, I'm running for smaller values. It will be very easy for you to visibility it. So we can see 5 divided by 2, it must come 2.5. Why only 2, sir? The reason behind that, division of two numbers we have taken as integral values, and that's why it has truncated the decimal part. It only knows the integral values. Now what my aim is to show you with the floating values. So I am running it with the floating value now. So you have to again compile it, compile very clearly, and then running it. Now I am taking the same value as 5 and dividing by 2. So you can see I'm taking the value as a 5 and dividing by 2. Or we can take as ampersand u as a value, or anything we can take as a decimal value of this one, because we cannot write it. Why it is showing this? Because the error is coming just because we are declarations is integer and we are doing it in the floating part. So it is showing the errors. If we take the float values and then we are running it, then only it will give you the exact output. These are the conceptual parts. Why? Because 2.5 is a floating values in data types. I have taught you in details, and now if we put it F, then it will be working very fine. So I am just running it, Alt F9, that's fine. Control F9 for running, and now if we take the value 5, then 2, and we can say 2.00 values with the complete divisible values, right? We can say now the decimal part is coming very well, and that's why it is having. If we want to see with the 5 values, so we can change it accordingly. And if we want to changes the values accordingly, this can be also possible. So we can take and run again with the different inputs for checking it. So suppose we have taken 40 values and 20 with the values. Now again it is showing you the floating values. Again we can run with the different input for the bigger numbers. Suppose 1200 and divide by suppose 200. So now it should come 6 only, but it is defined as a floating value. So it will come 6.000 and 0. So I think it is more than sufficient to describe you. There will be some conditions like divide by zero conditions. Like if we see, for an example, with the error, it can show, I'm running it. What I'm saying, suppose the first number you have taken 3 and unknowingly you have taken as a 0. So 3 divided by 0, what will the output? There will be infinite runs and it is not going to give some output. So in that case, you need to write some of the codes if division is 0. So if this condition will be written in later on when we will be doing the codes for control statements. Right now, it is not for the control statements, it is for the basic programming and lab number 5 for just dividing the two numbers. So I'm making it simple right now and summarizing. First of all, we have taken the name of a program, which is a good practices. It comes under the good practices. Always write the comments and which is very important. And then after the main functions, for before that we have written the standard input output and the conio.h functions, and afterwards we have gone for the declarations. And the floating division is important because some values in decimals may come, so accordingly we have taken the float values. Then clear screen, and lab number 5 we have taken the input output, and finally like other addition, subtraction, multiplication and division program, we have done the num divide by 2, and num2 we have not shown here as a 0 must not be there. It will be coming when we are doing the code for calculator. And that's the end of our division program after displaying this value as a div. So that's the end of division program. So thank you so much, dear learners. Hope you enjoyed and seen that how the coders can code in a different way of the same program, like dividing the two numbers. So thank you so much.